Powerful people make places powerful.
So hello my future achievers, today is our first class and today we are going to start the physics. In the first chapter we are going to start in the physics is the vector, because vector is the basic requirement to study the physics. We are not going to complete the all details regarding the vector, because you will complete that in mathematics part, where we will study about completely about vector and calculus. So that there you will study in more detail, about 1 month you will study about vector and calculus. But in physics point of view, whatever is necessary I will cover that thing, and that will be required in the coming chapters, like in magnetism and other subjects, other topics basically. So we will first start with the vectors and I will complete this. It is going to be very easy chapter for you, and just be with me and have a patience. And those who know the vector, for them I will suggest that there will be another video lecture series will be uploaded, that is unit and measurement. You can start with that lecture. Or those who don't know the vector, they don't know how to find the angle between the vector, how to do the addition of vector and the basic properties of vector, they can cover with this lecture. So first we are going to start with the vectors, and I hope you will like this video, and let's start. Okay, so first we are going to start with the vector. First thing, that why the vector come into the picture, we have to first understand this. So for that you have to understand that how many types of physical quantities are there. So there are two types of physical quantities. Okay, so there are two types of physical quantities are there. Okay, there are the two types of physical quantities are there. What are those physical quantity? The first is called as scalar quantity. First is called as a quantity. First is called as a scalar quantity. Clear? First one is a scalar quantity. What is a scalar quantity? The quantity okay, which has only direction. Sorry, it's my mistake. Which has only magnitude, not direction, which has only magnitude. Okay, the quantity which has only magnitude, that is called as a scalar quantity. Okay, for example like mass. Okay, for example like mass mass is a scalar quantity. For example like 2 kg of mass, there is no direction is there, like 2 kg of mass upward, we never used to speak like that. So that 2 kg of mass is a scalar quantity. For example speed is a scalar quantity. For example like 2 meter per second, we never mention 2 meter per second in x direction or y direction, just 2 meter per second. Okay, so that is also a scalar quantity. So any quantity which has only magnitude, that is called as a scalar quantity. Now the next thing is that next type of quantity is vector quantity. Next type of quantity is vector quantity. What is the vector quantity? What do you mean by vector quantity? The quantity which has magnitude as well as direction. For example, can you tell me example? Yes, one famous example is there, force. Force is our vector quantity. we always mention 2 Newton of force downward or upward. We used to mention those things, no? So we used to mention the direction also. Okay. For example, velocity. Okay, velocity 2 meter per second in positive x direction. So we used to always mention a direction with these quantities. Okay, so that is called as a vector quantity. So the quantity in which we are going to mention the direction also. Now, like as I explained here, vector quantity means the quantity which has a magnitude as well as a direction. So is it necessary that it should always have a magnitude and direction? These quantities are called as a vector quantity? No, it should fulfill the some other condition also, that is a vector law of addition. That is a vector law of addition. Let us understand with an example. Suppose there is a one block is there. Okay, suppose this is a block is there. Okay, and suppose I apply a force in this direction and I apply a one force in this direction. Suppose this is 2 Newton of force and this is a 3 Newton of force and the mass of the block is 2 kg. Okay, clear? Okay, what is the net force on this block? Can you tell me what is F net? Yes sir, the net force will be either plus 1 Newton, sorry, tell yes sir, yes sir. Okay, so either plus 1 Newton or either minus 1 Newton, both can be possible. It is depend upon the viewer which type of direction it is taking positive. Okay, why you are, but in the normal addition we have seen that when there are the two same types of quantity, we just normally add them. Now, suppose I give you 5 apple and I give you 2 apples. I will ask you how many apples you have. What you will tell? Sir, I have total 7 apples. Simple. So here we have one force, here we have one force, but so total force should be 5 Newton, na? But we are saying total force either will be 1 Newton or minus 1 Newton. Why we are subtracting? What is the difference here? Because it is not a scalar quantity, it is a vector quantity. So the quantity to be vector, it should fulfill 3 conditions. What are those 3 conditions, sir? The 3 conditions are, sir, our first thing is that it should have a magnitude. This thing is magnitude. This thing is magnitude. And second thing, it should have a direction. Second thing, it should have a direction. So 2 things should be there, magnitude and direction, and third most important thing is it should follow the vector law of addition. It should follow the vector law of addition. Now in the class 12th, when you go, we will discuss about current. Current is not a vector quantity. Why? Because it follow the 2 things. It has a magnitude as well as direction, but it does not follow the vector law of addition. When we discuss current and electricity, there will be, we will discuss what is the current is what type of quantity. But till now you have to remember that vector quantity, when we can say any quantity as a vector quantity when it fulfill the 3 conditions. First is the magnitude, second is the direction, and third is the vector law of addition. If it is follow these 3 property, we can say it is a vector quantity. Clear? Anyone have a doubt till now? Okay,